Last week we had really hot weather. It was 90 degrees plus. I think it got up to 105 out here. So this is where we use the shade house to protect the greens. We talked about it in an earlier video. Let's see how it turned out. The dwarf blue curled Scotch kale has been growing. I've harvested it about 2 times in the past week. The leaves are coming in nice and fresh, great for salads. The important thing is to just keep harvesting them before they get overgrown. As we move back into the garden, we can see some of the new red fire lettuce is doing well. This is a succession planting. This is our 3rd planting of this lettuce, and it's doing really well. It's ready for harvest. On the other side, this is a planting of some green leaf lettuce that I put in. It's supposed to be very resistant to heat. So far it looks really good. I have not harvested it yet. This is part of our succession planting. As we move back into the garden, we've got basil. This was planted a number of weeks ago, and I keep trimming the tops off. It branches out and puts out more leaves. So I'm hoping I can keep this going for a good long while during this hot summer. If we look down here, this is a plant that is ready for me to harvest its outer leaves, tender outer leaves. This is our original planting of endive, and it has overgrown. It's become really fibrous, almost inedible. So we need to keep the endive really young and immature for it to be edible for salads. Over here we have basil that we planted, grew from seeds, brought out here a couple weeks ago, and it's looking really good. So how has the lettuce done in all the heat? Well, here we have the new red fire lettuce that was planted months ago. I've been harvesting it. I've harvested it twice this week, and I can see it's getting ready to put out flowers. It isn't there yet, so we may be able to hold on to this a little while longer. The one lettuce that was called the Marvel of 4 Seasons did bolt almost instantly as soon as the hot weather arrived, and so I cut it back. This is wrinkled, crinkled grass. It's a delicious green for salads, but it cannot handle the heat. So I just cut it as soon as it puts out a few leaves. Succession planting is our strategy to have greens all summer long. We know that lettuce will not grow in hot weather, so we're just trying to slow it down in our greenhouse, give it lots of water, and plant every 3 or 4 weeks so we always have some nice lettuce for our salads. Part of our succession planting, these seedlings I just sprouted this week, anticipating that some of our lettuces are going to bolt and be ready to pull out. These seedlings have been inside, they're leggy, they want to come out into the nice bright sunshine. So we'll bring them out as soon as we get a little break in the heat and let them live in the shade house. But before we put them in the ground, we're going to dig compost into our soil. Do you want to take a look at the compost? Okay, let's go take a look at the compost bin. We have our compost bins out by our garbage cans just outside the kitchen door. This is a shady part of our garden. Almost never gets direct light. Let's take a look at what's going on inside the bins. We have 2 bins. This is the active bin, and this is the bin that's ready to go into the garden. We can roll these bins, and that's how we keep them aerated. Absolutely full of life. Let's take a look inside. This active bin has got earthworms in it, ready to go in the garden. Oh, it looks really good. Lots of earthworms. It's warm, it's not hot anymore, it's just full of all kinds of great organic material. So I'll dig this into the soil as we plant those seedlings. Anything that's not composted out, I'll leave here in the bin. The most important thing, how it smells. It smells incredible. Like fresh earth, really, really good. So I know it's ready. Oh, there's a lot of life. You can see the steam coming up. This is hot in here. It's really working hard on decomposition. We've got little soldier fly larvae in here, digesting all this organic material. It's pretty exciting. We'll put a combination of dry leaves and kitchen scraps, and it decomposes really rapidly. When we allow all these little creatures to live in there and help us, this is going to decompose in just a matter of months. We don't have to wait for a whole year. One of the fun things about this compost area is that it attracts little spotted towhees. It's a bird that comes in and rummages around and eats all the little things that fall out of the compost bin.